word for word, what I wrote down, it materialized as her. It was a very, very, very powerful moment.
It's Yuntaku time with Akko and Tamo.
What does Yuntaku mean? It's an Okinawan word from the islands of Okinawa, which means chit-chat. We want to invite you to our kitchen table and include you in our chit-chat to explore new ways of thinking, to welcome different perspectives,
and we want to share ideas on how to love yourself, love your partner, and shower your children with love.
This is episode 24.
And the topic of the day is using affirmations to achieve your goals. And before we get started, please take a quick moment to subscribe to our show. Now let's get back to our recent happenings. So recently, I'm sure everyone watches the news, and if they don't watch the news, like us, I guess.
Still hear about it.
We still hear about it, exactly. And so there is an increase in COVID cases now in our area, and we live in Southern California, and I'm sure it's throughout the whole nation that there is a surge in cases. We just wanted to just talk a little bit about it and check in with everyone, check in with ourselves to see how we're all doing.
Yeah, it's definitely a bummer. Please make sure, to take care.
And I work at the hospital, and specifically in the ICU, which is the intensive care unit. And it is a unit that you go when you're the sickest. And let's just say that there is a lot of cases coming in right now. We are actually completely full in our unit. And so I just want to remind everyone to be mindful of everyone around them and just be mindful of yourself, how you're feeling. Check in with yourself just to see how you're feeling.
And also, please take care not only physically, but be aware of your emotional state and what you're thinking, because those can also trigger physical issues too. So, you don't want to always be thinking negatively. Maybe not watch the news as much. Talk to your friends, give them a call, talk to your family, talk to people that can uplift you or uplift each other so that you can stay well mentally, emotionally, and then physically too.
Yes, absolutely.
Get some sunlight.
Yeah, exactly. Take a walk, guys. Get some vitamin D in you.
Yeah. So going back to the topic of the day, today we're going to be talking about affirmations to achieve our goals. And what I want to do first is talk about the definition of affirmation. So looking up the definition of affirmation, it is the action or process of affirming something or being affirmed, all right? And another definition for that is emotional support or encouragement. Now, let's go into one step further and define affirm. And affirm is to state as a fact. And there's also another definition, which is declare one's support for, to uphold, and to defend. So the reason we bring that up is because now that we know that to affirm is pretty much we're stating as fact what we want, what our goals are, what we believe, so that we can change our lives.
So affirmation has changed my life greatly. Like what Kama was mentioning, that it changes lives. And I completely 100% believe that, because I have an affirmation. We have a whiteboard on our wall, on our hallway wall, and I write down my affirmations there. And I recite it every morning, and it actually builds confidence in me. And some of the affirmation is, I'm a conscious parent. I am a caring wife. I'm a compassionate nurse. I spread joy and light wherever I go, and stuff like that. And actually it really helps me as far as just giving me that confident boost. And I currently have one for even childbirth right now, where I always recite something about I'm gonna have a relaxed and smooth delivery. So yeah, I have stuff like that written down, and it actually helps the soul just kind of relax your emotions. And like Tama was mentioning, you state it like you believe it, like it's a fact. And that's something that really helps with the psyche of the mind.
Mm-hmm. And for myself, these things have really, I would say it's completely changed my life by doing it. And although I don't have many, but the ones that I did this for, creating goals and affirmations, have resulted in me getting married to Akko. This one definitely has been the most important affirmation and writing down of goals I've ever done. And so before meeting her, I took out a notebook, and on that page, I wrote down exactly what I was looking for in a partner, in a woman. And lo and behold, one day I meet that person who happened to be Akko. And it's really interesting because in this case, I had forgotten completely that I wrote this. And maybe about a year after meeting her, I came across this notebook, and word for word, what I wrote down, it materialized as her. It was a very, very, very powerful moment. And obviously I shared that with her. And yeah, to me, that that definitely showed me the power of writing down your goals and believing it and affirming it. These things do come true. So for me, looking back at it, I always tell myself, oh, I should have dreamt bigger. And so, each time I get serious about a goal, an affirmation, now I know to even dream bigger, right? And so in the beginning, I didn't believe this. Oh, okay, writing down your goals and thinking about it and saying it and just feeling it could help me achieve it. I didn't think that was true, but I had enough curiosity and a sprinkling of humility to say, okay, what is there to lose? I did it and it worked. And so now I'm getting to the point where, okay, let's start dreaming bigger and bigger, have much more for our family, and so that we can share the things that we learn, the things that we experience with everyone, and to do our part in spreading our light, our experience, our joy to everyone.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's beautiful. And I'm glad that you wrote that. that affirmation.
Yeah, I am too. Super awesome. So can you share with us how you can create goals and affirmations?
Yeah. So number one, you really want to know what you want, first of all. So brainstorm what you want. What's your goal in life so that you can affirm that and write it down. That's probably the most important thing that you can do as far as goal setting is to write it down, because something about writing it down and jotting it down on that piece of paper and transferring that somehow wires a different part of your brain and it works in a different way as opposed to just thinking about it. So make sure you write it down, and then you can go further by recording it. And this is really optional. This is really up to you. You can record it so that you can listen to it in the car and you don't even have to read it. Sometimes you don't have time. You're in a rush. So you can go ahead and record it on a voice, record on your phone,
or a video. On your phone now.
Very easy. Just simple. And then you can listen to it every morning. And
then also one thing that I want to add to it is when you're creating affirmations or goals, make sure that it's something that you want. Don't let it be something that, just because you saw it on TV, or maybe it's something popular on social media. Not that way, but look into yourself, look deep into your soul, and what is it that you want? And make sure that it's something that you really want.
Exactly. So yeah, make sure that you really know what you want and just dive deep when you're searching for these goals.
Yeah. And so start asking yourself, what is it that you want? What is it that you want? Especially if you're feeling unhappy, not content, things like that. Why is that? Just continue to ask yourself, and then things will start to bubble up and look deeper into it.
Yeah.
Continue to go deep.
Exactly.
And then when you're ready, write it down, like Ako said, and take that extra step and record it.
Yeah, exactly. So Tomo, how would you affirm these goals?
Sure. So what you want to do is when you're affirming, you want to believe it, and you also want to create emotions of how you will feel when you achieve the goal, right? And then you want to repeat it out loud and in your mind, and spend time thinking about it and feeling it a little each day. This is because this programs you through your emotions and in your mind to seek what needs to be done in order to achieve these goals, right? So again, like we mentioned in the beginning, the definition of affirm is to state it as a fact and assert strongly, right? And the other definition for affirmation was that it is an emotional support or encouragement. So that emotion part is a very powerful thing, because emotions are what fuels the fire. It's the power source. It's where the passion lies, within the emotions, within the heart. So you want to turn that on, and then for the emotions to tell your mind, this is what is going to happen.
Exactly.
I know it. And so whatever it is, if you want more confidence, more love in your life, affirm it. And so the question of the day is, what are your goals and affirmations? If you feel comfortable, please come share it with us on our website at yuntaktime.com. We're looking forward to hearing from you. Take care.
Bye.